Hotspotting's put together what we're calling the Best Buys bundle, which includes our 3 leading reports, the Top 10 Best Buys report, the Top 10 Regional Hotspots report, and the latest edition of the Price Predictor Index. We've done that because there are so many media messages going out to real estate consumers saying that they really need to be considering getting into the market because consumer sentiment is rising, property markets in the major cities are recovering, particularly in Sydney and Melbourne. We're starting to see strong uplift in prices in those cities and in some other ones, such as Canberra in the latest figures. And most of the forecasting that's coming out from reputable sources for what's going to happen with prices in 2020 suggests that pretty much all our major cities are going to show at least solid price growth next year, and in some cases, boom style price growth. So we've put together a package of our 3 best reports to help people make some decisions about where best to buy. Now, one of the inclusions is the Price Predictor Index Spring Edition, and in that we have at the front of the report our national top 50 supercharged suburbs reports. These are the locations that are showing those stand out because of major uplift in sales activity in consecutive quarters. One of those is the suburb of Ascot Vale in Melbourne. It's in the Moonee Valley local government area, and it's really stood out for us, and it's one that we've decided we're going to feature a little bit more of because in the recent post-boom downturn in Melbourne, we saw this area showing a high level of resilience. I've got some figures sort of on my screen here in front of me right now. Ascot Vale stands out, but other suburbs that have done pretty well recently include Flemington, Niddrie, Moonee Ponds, Airport West. One of the outstanding features of some of those suburbs is that the unit market has shown particular uplifted. There's been an increase in sales volumes in a number of those suburbs in their apartment markets, and median prices have grown in double digits in Ascot Vale, as well as in Airport West and in Niddrie. And the housing market, in a number of cases, in annual terms, the median house price is down, but in the latest quarter, we've seen some significant uplift in a number of those suburbs. Ascot Vale, the suburb that I mentioned, that's included in our top 50 list in the Price Predictor Index, it's an exception. Its median house price is up slightly, 4% in annual terms, and its median apartment price is up 24%. That's one of the outstanding features of this precinct. I think it's because whereas many of these suburbs have median house prices above $1 million, including Ascot Vale, apartments are a lot cheaper, about half the price. So for around $500,000, you can get into the typical apartment in this market, which happens to be a very well located and well connected market. It's got what I call good bones for real estate, lots of great infrastructure, commuter train stations, good access to CityLink, lots of infrastructure, proximity to major jobs nodes, including the CBD, but also the education medical precinct at Parkville, where there's a number of major hospitals and also 2 very, very large university campuses. So a very well positioned, well located precinct, and within that precinct of the Moonee Valley local government area, Ascot Vale is a suburb that really stands out as one that's attracting stronger and stronger demand and getting good price uplift ahead of what's generally happening in the Melbourne market. The figures indicate that Melbourne's recovering quite strongly, but it's not translating into annual price growth in a lot of suburbs yet, but this is one where it is. And I think it's because demand has been consistently strong even through that post-boom downturn period. So this stands out as a market of resilience, consistent demand, just really good real estate credentials. So Ascot Vale, a suburb that stands out, and the Moonee Valley local government area, which is a precinct that stands out, and we're going to be including it in the new edition of Top 5 Melbourne Hotspots, which we will be publishing later this week, so watch out for it. So that's it for now. That's Hotspot of the Week from Terry Ryder, founder of hotspotting.com.au. Let's talk again soon.